The court adjourns.
Kind of in classroom and not just only staying on the inside. I thought it was highly interesting.
Thank you very much for giving us your time when we requested to come and meet with MGC. I learned that some of you at least inquired as to what the issue is. And we explained that it's some issues that have, or an issue that has to do with business developments that affect MGC. The reason we thought it's important to call you as the media is that those issues involve companies that I think are very much in the public eye, and that the public has a lot of interest in. Those companies being Litseng Diamonds and our own Matekane Mining Investment Company. Litseng is an important company in the country, as we all know. It's a very critical taxpayer that generates significant taxes locally, and it's a significant employer in the country, a significant exporter, and therefore it is very much in the interest of the public. MMIC is a service provider, or has been a service provider to Litseng since 2004. And in terms of MMIC, the big interest obviously is the fact that the main person behind MMIC has now become, since last year, our Prime Minister. So that puts a lot of public interest on MMIC. So we thought it's important to come and brief you. And we've got a short statement here that I will read out to you that has been prepared, which I am delivering on behalf of Ndate Sem, not as Prime Minister, but primarily as the Chairman of MMIC. So if I can, I will start with the statement, and then we will open up for questions that you may have. This statement, once we've shared with you, will actually be sent. We've asked the register to be sent around, and it will be sent to you electronically in both Sesotho and English. So the statement reads as follows. Dear esteemed stakeholders, partners, and the people of Lesotho, over the last few years, Litseng Diamond Mine operational requirements have led to consistent reductions in the size of its operations, mainly caused by the significant complexity of the mine geology as the mine goes deeper and wider, and the drastic fall in recent years in diamond prices. Diamond prices have really suffered over the last 5 years, but very much more so over the last 1 year on the global markets, where Litseng exports its diamonds too. So in conjunction, those factors in conjunction with Mr. Sam Matekane's decision and dedication to serve the nation with unmitigated commitment, MGC reached mutual agreement to separate from its long-standing partnership with Litseng. Litseng on its side, is in a pursuit to re-strategize and manage operational expenses better, and views the separation as a positive step towards achieving sustainable profitability, which will protect our interest as a nation in their ability to keep jobs and to pay us taxes. We reaffirm that this decision emanates from a common vision to maintain transparency, ethical governance, and unwavering dedication to the welfare of the people of Lesotho by, on the one hand, removing any perception of risk from the Prime Minister, and on the other, in terms of, let's say, giving it space to continue to operate profitably, and as I've said, to thereby continue contributing to our taxes and to employment in Lesotho. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to Letseng, our employees, and all associated stakeholders for the fruitful collaboration over the many years that we have been operational at Letseng. We wish them continued success in their future endeavors and hope that their journey ahead is a successful one and contributes to the growth of our nation. As we step into this new chapter, our commitment to the socio-economic development of Lesotho remains stronger than ever. That is, as MGC, we are resolute that we will continue to support initiatives that enhance the quality of life and create a brighter future for our country, wherever there is no risk of conflict of interest. We thank you for giving us your time to come and meet with us. And we, as I said, are happy to take any questions that you may have. And if we may agree, how we will do that is to introduce yourself if you're asking a question, and tell us where you media house that you come from, and then we will take the questions and answer them as best as we can. Thank you. Any questions? Ma'am? Yes. Bahirua Babakai. Memo.
553.
553, and if I may add, part of the agreement is that most of them are being absorbed into Letseng. So most of them are not losing their work. What would typically happen is that at the beginning of every year, depending on what the new plan looks like for the following year, there would usually either be a small addition or a small reduction in our workforce to match the plan for that year. So that will all either addition or reduction, depending on what the plan for Letseng looks like. And then, but the rest of them, most of them will just continue with their work. Now they will be working for Letseng. Ndate?
Ki sebola la ka PCF.
Eyanga.
Ka takola gore mohlomong ka e toboketsa ngwana. Sena se tswalwa ke yona ka ba boletseng ya mohlomong ke go batla se sentle ba le mmarakeng ya diamane kapa ke taba fela ya gore modulasetulo jwale e se le tunakgolo ya naga jwale mohlomong ka nna ba le conflict of interest.
Wa tseba ke tsona di le pedi ntate, because from perspective ya Letseng e kopa e leka hore e etse take over all the operations that were done by outside contractors. We will not be the only contractor for whom they do that, because they feel they are under a lot of financial pressure. So as we provide services to them, we of course charge something over and above what it costs us, which is what it will cost them. So that's it from their side. But even from their side, they do have, being a London-listed entity, they do have a concern about any perception of conflict of interest. But from our side as well, and also remember that the contract was towards its end. In any case, towards the end of 2024, it would be ending. So from our side, we thought we might as well exit now because those perceptions are important for us to be dealt with. So it's both of them. Operationally, they need to manage their finances better. They are facing a difficult market. But on both sides, the governance and transparency issues are important. Ndate?
Yes, ke kopa ho botsa hore na ebe ho tlo etsahala jwang ka in terms of actually the equipment mo tla bona le batlo le compensate batlo le tshaba ho tso ho jwang ho tsenya ho ke hore na statement e sa le tsi ba hlalositse hore batlo ngare ba pita bona ka thipa ile ebe ditaba tse di se di tsa thepa and ya tshotela ke hore na ho se ho tlo etsahala jwang hona tje ka di company MMIC.
Okay, ntate ke a leboha. And what we are announcing today is that isobi pheletso ya contract. We have agreed with let's say the effective date ya hore na efella neng ke di 1 tsa December, which is about maybe 2 weeks from now. So iafella MGC iatswa all together. So that is what happens. MGC will no longer be there. So MGC iatswa let's say buys the equipment and starts operating the equipment themselves. I think that answered your first and second question.
How far is the process of purchasing the equipment?
It's effectively done, as I say. As we announced, it was signed off yesterday.
And
so it is done.
What are we going to continue to, or how are we going to continue?
Okay. Well, future plans, as we've said, we can't really divulge details of what we want to do in future, but we remain interested to be involved in growing the economy of Lesotho as long as we don't have a conflict of interest. But what exactly we are thinking of doing, those are still confidential issues that we cannot divulge or share. Thank you. Any other question? Hey, Anda.
Karabong ya hao jwalo ka o hlalositse hore taba tsena di ka mahlakong a mabedi ka lehlakore la lesene ka lehlakore la rona tse le di shebileng le shebile tsona taba tseo ke letsheng kapa ke lona mohlomong ba itseng ai ho latela taba tsena tseo so hlalositse ko re arohane
ana itse ntate mang
ke se bolao
ntate se bolao and that ke rona. We actually went through a long process looking at options and alternatives and actually tried some before this one that worked. It's only that things that didn't work are not worth talking about. So Kirona on both sides. Ke bona e ka nna ba ha sana potso tse ding ke kopa haeba ke ya nepa ke le leboe for giving us your time and of course we remain ready to answer any questions that might occur to you afterwards. And as we have said, we will share our statement with you. Ka email tsa lona tse ke dumelang hore di teng mona registering e ntse pota-pota. Ke nahana hore ke phetho taba tsa rona. Or one more question.
MGC yentse qeto ya hore e tla kgawana le ditsheng na re ka bona e boela e fedisa selekane sa yena le IEC ha
Wa tseba ka jeno re tlo bua ka tsena tsa letsheng ebile ditaba tsa dibaka tse pedi tsena ha di tshwane ebile mohlomong ke nnete ke a kgola e ntse e le thasellong ya setjhaba taba eno ya IEC mohlomong re tla boela re tjho ha re fihletse diqeto tse itseng haeba ho ba diqeto tse itseng le IEC kapa Memogo o batla ho fana ka anything
di taba tsa IEC e tlile ntse e le concern ho rona jwale ka ha ntate a hlalositse hore re ntse re na le concern ya taba ya conflict dintlheng tsa letsheng. In the same manner, we have the same issues or concerns with IEC, and we are working on that. As soon as there's a conclusion, we will announce it as well.
I must add, however, that whatever situation we face with IEC will be maybe different from the one we faced with, let's say, you would have heard at some point there were concerns raised by other political parties, etc. So the differences of where the conflict might lie or not lie will be different, and therefore the solution might not be the same. However, harena ye nngwe re a leboha hleng for your time. Re se re ka mpa ra etsa kopo fela hore ha le di hlalosa hle di hlaloseng ka mokgo re di hlalosang mo e ba ntse le sa utlwisise hantle. Call us, call Memogo, call me. We will be happy to clarify. Maybe whatever happens now, a lot of other things. Obviously, it was a highly confidential process. We've got so much to quickly put in place, and I'm going to repeat it 2 weeks ago. Admin ya rona is at least